Guys, I would be honestly lying if I said that this was not the biggest keyboard box I've ever seen in my entire life. It's huge. Anyway, guys, we're going to go ahead and take a look today at the CM Storm. It really is a big box, I'm not lying. The CM Storm Mech Keyboard here from Cooler Master. Now, the Mech Keyboard here is part of an aluminum series that they have going, where we've already taken a look at the Reaper mouse, and we are going to be taking a look at the Pulsar headset. This is actually quite a diamond in the rough. I can't wait to talk about this a little more in a future video. So if you want to know more about the Reaper mouse, go ahead and click somewhere on the video now. It'll bring you to that review. And once this review is done, I'll go ahead and come back and re-annotate this video to make sure that you guys are able to see that video if you're watching this sometime in the future. And if you are from the future, I would generally appreciate it if you would tell me the lottery numbers, because then if you do and I win, I will buy us all entire mechanical keyboards and aluminum series from Cooler Master. Wouldn't that be awesome? Okay, so since you guys know me and you know that I like to use product rather than just take it out of the box, I'm going to go ahead and take the box, toss it aside, and I'm going to unplug the keyboard from my computer because I have been using it. And here it is. When it comes to the design, at first, when I first saw this at CES in 2013, I saw it through videos and other YouTubers. I don't know if I was entirely sold on the design, but over time it really kind of grew on me because it has a very unique style to it. It doesn't look like any other keyboard on the market, and a lot of keyboards just look like each other, and I hate that. I like to stand out and be different. Obviously, I like to be different. I'm a very different kind of guy. So what I didn't like about it initially were the angles. Like, see how this is kind of cut this way and that kind of goes that way, and in the end it makes it straight, but it's just very, I don't know, kind of retro looking, I guess. But it grew on me, and it has a lot of style and uniqueness to it that I really appreciate. One of the things that it features that the aluminum series from Cooler Master is really about is customization. And you see these screw holes on here. They do come with keycap remover as well as a little Allen key so that you can remove this plate for easy cleaning. You can also remove it for easy customization. You can paint it, put on some vinyl decals, do whatever you want to make it your own. No other keyboard on the market right now offers easy customization of the top plate like that. The keys obviously are mechanical. I have the brown right here, so that naturally means it has a white backlight. It is also available in red and blue. It may have other colors available, I'm not entirely sure. You'll have to check out the CM store for that. Right now this keyboard is only available in the CM store at the time of recording, but you may start seeing it pretty soon in your local brick and mortar and other online retailers, so keep an eye out for it. But like I mentioned, this is the brown switch. The F row has all of the multi-function keys that you'd come to expect with using function for, you know, play, pause, rewind, mute, volume up, volume down. Windows lock key, very important for a gaming keyboard. I cannot tell you how many times in the past I have accidentally bumped that stupid Windows key that pops me out of full screen mode and then gets me killed when I used to do Arena and Warcraft and Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4. I still do it because sometimes I forget to lock this stupid thing. But it's there, so it's very important. I don't think there's any reason for any keyboard on the market to not include that function today. Now, it does have 5 M keys, and these are macro keys. And we'll talk a little more about that when we talk about what's inside the keyboard. Now, one thing that is very important with this keyboard, and is something that I desperately love when it comes to keyboards. I desperately love this, like in a very awkward sense of the word. It has a built-in USB 3.0 hub with 2 USB ports. A lot of keyboards aren't including these days. They're trying to make the keyboards cheaper, which means that they're leaving stuff like that out. Now, with that said, this keyboard is a little bit on the premium side of cost of things. I don't like to talk about cost because it's always changing, but I will tell you that this is sort of a premium keyboard because of the features that are included with it. So not only does it have a USB 3.0 pass-through and built-in hub, it has built-in audio ports for both microphone and your headset. I don't like to have to reach behind the computer, and I don't use front panel inputs on cases because they tend to have more noise in them. We'll talk about that later. But anyway, so I can plug my headphone into this, which is awesome. And if it's a USB powered headphone like the Pulse R is, it gets power from USB to drive the built-in amplifier for the drivers. You can plug it in right there. It's got everything you need. Now, one of the things I'm a little bit disappointed about is you can kind of see it in the video right there. There's a little bit of etching. Hopefully it shows up. There's a little bit of, it's really hard to show. There's a little bit of etching there where the CM Storm logo continues past the plastic onto the aluminum. And if you look at the box right here, they kind of show, see right there, it looks really dark. I kind of had hoped that that design was going to show up a little bit more because I like the CM Storm logo, and so it doesn't. It kind of makes me sad, but maybe they felt it would be easier if you're going to be customizing it not to have to worry about that. So not only does it have a built-in wrist rest, which is another really important thing for me personally, it has this built-in handle, which is really awesome if you're going to be taking it to, look at that, ooh, it's like 3D. Too bad I don't have a 3D camera, huh? Anyway, it's got this built-in handle. As you can see, it's very rigid. There's no flex to it. That's really hard to hold like that. There's no flex to it. See, it's perfectly straight. And it's really, really rigid. That's for two reasons. One, it has an aluminum top plate, which we've already talked about, but it also has steel reinforcement inside. So it's very, very sturdy. But it's actually not that heavy. It's a little bit lighter than I expected it to be. In fact, it's lighter than my Black Widow from Razer was. So I like that. On the bottom, kudos to Cooler Master for including huge rubber feet like this for a huge guy like me, so that I'm not sliding this thing all over my desk when I'm gaming. And the flip-up feet also have rubberized feet on them, so it's not going to slide around. That's really cool. Now, when it comes to interfacing with your computer, it has a proprietary plug on there. It looks like a standard USB plug, and not the mini USB, but like the standard size, but with a little extra piece on there. So don't lose the cable. It is proprietary to this, which means it requires their cable to work. That's how the audio and stuff works. So when you plug it into your computer, it's going to be recognized as its own USB interface, which means the audio is going to play through a built-in USB driver that's included in this. So it technically takes your 3.5mm headphones and turns them into a USB device. Now, I was concerned about whether or not that would degrade sound quality at all compared to plugging in directly to my motherboard. And I was surprised that the sound quality actually was no different than when it was plugged in. So that made me happy. Now let's go and talk about what's inside. It does feature a built-in 32 megabyte, 72 megahertz quick fire, what do they call it? Rapid fire engine. So what that means is that it has a built-in processor as well as memory so that it will remember all of your profiles regardless of what computer you hook it up to. So you don't have to use any of the built-in software to control any of the profiles. I mean, you can set up the profiles through the software, but you can take it to another computer and those profiles are saved onto the keyboard. So you're not going to have to reset that up if you decide to go to a LAN party or you go use somebody else's computer. You're not going to have a problem with that. So all in all, when it comes to the construction of the keyboard and the physical properties, it's really, really cool. Now you have 75 different combinations between the 5 different profiles and the 5 macro keys here that you could save when it comes to various functionality of the macros. So 75 is more than I would ever use. In fact, I generally don't use macros, but they're there, and I might start using them in the future. Now, when it comes to backlighting, this is where I kind of feel the keyboard lacks a little bit. And I'm not dogging the keyboard for that because honestly, I'm the kind of guy that puts on all keys backlit, full brightness all the time. I don't care about any of the flashy stuff where it swirls around or it follows your traces of your typing. I don't care about that stuff. I just like it to be lit. But I know there's people out there that do care about that. So there's 3 modes. There is a all on mode where everything's on. There's a breathing mode where it fades in and out. And then there's like a gamer mode where the only keys that light up are the macro keys, the WASD, and the arrow keys. Nothing else, not even the little channel light that exists down here inside. I know there's gamers out there that like flashy and they want to see everything kind of twinkling around, so it would be nice if they maybe could, in the future, maybe offer some way to incorporate that into the keyboard. Considering it's a high-end keyboard, you would kind of expect that sort of high-end functionality. But when it comes to the use of the keyboard, I got used to typing on it really quickly. I played some Battlefield 4 on it immediately when I got it, and it feels a little interesting at first because your palm kind of rests on metal and plastic at the same time. got used to it real quick, didn't bother me at all. In fact, I love typing on this keyboard. So guys, what do you think about this keyboard? What do you think about the design and the features? What would you like to see in a mechanical keyboard? Like, what features are important to you? So I'd like to hear it. Let's go and talk about it. Let me know what's important to you guys in mechanical keyboards. And I'm gonna go ahead and get the hell on out of here, and I think you guys should too. I think you guys should go play some games and tell me what you think about this keyboard. Guys, as always, I appreciate your likes, I appreciate your follows. It means a lot to me in the channel, and I will see you in my next video.